faketones.com.
Welcome to my channel. So you want to know how to measure your head properly for a custom unit. Okay, first let's start off with what a custom unit is. A custom unit is a unit that has been made specifically to fit your head and your head alone. So you won't have any sizing issues. It won't be too big, it won't be too small. It'll be nice and snug and it'll fit your head like a glove. So when you are going to talk to someone about making a custom unit specifically for you, you know, it may have custom colors as well. You will want to be able to tell your wig maker your measurements. The 3 most important measurements for a custom unit is the circumference, the front to nape, and ear to ear. Now, there are other measurements out there that are used. However, the most important ones are the 3 that I just listed. And so today what we're going to do is we are going to teach you those 3 measurements. So let me tell you what you're going to need in order to do this. You're going to need a stocking cap, a measuring tape, and a pen and paper. Now, as you can see, I have my hair braided down. And this is one of the most important pieces, is to make sure that your hair is braided down flat, as flat as possible, because that's how you're going to get the most accurate measurements for your head. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this stocking cap and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it on my hair. Now, as you can see, my hair is kind of long, so you want to be careful because you don't want to create like a bump in the back. So I'm going to do the best I can to take my hair and I'm just going to like put it up. I'm going to fold it upward in that direction, and then I'm going to put my cap on. Okay. All right. So once the cap is on comfortably and securely, I'm going to go about measuring. The first one I'm going to do is my circumference. The circumference is going around your head to see how round your head, how big your head is, basically. You know, those of us that are mommies remember that when your babies were little, when you would take the babies to the doctor, they would do the circumference. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to start with my number 1. I want to put it basically like right kind of in the middle of my forehead. And I'm just going to go around. And remember, my hair is pretty flat, so I'm just going to go around.
My bad.
Yep. Okay. Mine looks like it says like 22 1/4. So I happen to know that mine is about a 21 actually, and what's causing that extra is the fact that I've got my braids, and my braids are adding extra to it. That's the reason why I said that it is very, very, very important to make sure that your hair is as flat as possible under that wig cap. Okay, so I'm going to write that down though for the first time. Circumference, I got 22 1/4 inches the first time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take my braids and I'm going to lay them down flat, lay them back down, and I'm going to put my cap back on. And now I'm going to remeasure it, and I'm just going to leave the braids out, and I'm going to remeasure and see what I come up with this time. Okay, all right, let's do this again. Middle of the forehead, going all the way around. Okay, so this is still giving me about a 22. So the second one that gave me about a 22 is where I landed at. So I'm going to write that 22 down. So now it's safe to say that because of my hair, this takes into account the hair and the thickness of your hair, that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with probably a 22 inch. Now you have the option to go up or down when you fall in between numbers. And since we have just a quarter of an inch on that last measurement, I would go down to 22 inches to ensure that it was nice and secure. Because if I went up to 23, it would be too big and it would move around, and that just ain't good. Okay? So that's the circumference. Now we are going to do our front to nape. When you're doing your front to nape, you are going to do it from where your hairline starts, from where your natural hairline starts, to the back here. Okay, that's where you're going to do it. So let's go ahead and get started. I put that right there, the front of my hairline, and I'm just going to measure straight back. And that's a this says like about a 12 and a half. It says like a 12 and a half. So I'm going to write that down. And then I'm going to do it again one more time to see what I get. Because again, I want to make sure that that is relatively accurate. I have to take into account, so I'm going to take my braids and kind of move them out the way because I think they were in the way a little bit, but I just want to be sure. Alright, so let's try this one more time. From the top of your hairline, straight down the middle. Move braid. And right there again. And this time I got like a 13. So that's in between two numbers. So I would probably, from my own comfort level, to make sure that it wouldn't rise up in the back, from my own comfort level, I would go ahead and go with the 13 to make sure that it would come down where I want, because you don't want a wig up here and it's just rubbing and it's annoying and it's breaking your hair off right there. I don't like that. Some people like that. I don't. I have a lot of hair back there and I don't want it rubbed off. Okay? And that's not a good look. So that's what I do. Now, the final one will be your ear to ear. You're going to measure the ear to ear. And this is particularly important if you want a frontal. If you want a frontal, it's very important to know this when your wig maker is making your custom wig. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do ear to ear. So I usually do like right behind the ears and straight over like a headband. Make sure it's not crooked like it was just now. Okay. I got like a 14 and a quarter. So I'm going to write that down. I'm going to do it one more time.
My bad.
This time I got 13 and a quarter. Now that's a whole inch off. So I need to remeasure that one more time because that's a huge difference that I got the two different times. So let's see what I get the third time to make sure we've got the most accurate measurement. Okay, so be careful. I gotta watch out for those braids because you want it like literally right behind the ear, because that's where your lace is going to be cut to once you get it installed. And you do not want lace rubbing the back of your ear. That is so uncomfortable. I can't even tell you how uncomfortable that is. This time I got a 14. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with the 14. That basically tells your wig maker which type of frontal to use on your unit. So those are the top 3 ways to measure your head for a custom unit. That is the most accurate way, and I hope this was very helpful to you. If you have any questions, just DM me at Karina's Crowns. Thanks for watching. Bye.